All right, it looks like we are live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Rogues Gallery Live. This is episode number 41, where we're going to have the latest in statue collecting news, and we also have a very, very special guest. And you might have seen him this week, but we have DT from the DT's Geek Show and also EvanTubeHD, and we'll formally introduce him in just a second, but I want to introduce the rest of the gallery as well. So everybody, welcome to the show. A lot of people already commenting, and we'll welcome everybody in the chat as well here in just a second. But we'll start off right here next to me. We have Jeff. Now he's been upgraded. No longer Jeff 1.0. He's now Jeff 1.5, Mr. Jeff Morris.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. How's it going?
We're good here.
Good, good. We also have from Wayne Manor North, Mr. Dan Dufault right there with his amazing art behind him. How's it going, sir?
Hey, guys. Hey, everybody. Glad to be here. Hope everybody survived the storms yesterday here, at least for those of us out east. But, yep, doing well.
Still have internet.
We're good.
How bad were they coming in?
Really bad. And, you know, I live in the New England area, so we're kind of on the tail end of it. But we still saw 50 to 70 mile an hour winds. And I'm in New Hampshire. So, yeah, it was the middle Atlantic got slammed.
So I think you guys got hit harder than Florida did, sounds like.
I think so. Actually, I think, Rick, did you get hit yesterday?
Yeah, we got hit, and it was rain, heavy, strong winds.
Yeah.
And it was what started off was actually some thunder, some heavy thunder and lightning. And then Florida, was the east coast of Florida up along like Jacksonville, North and South Carolina's got hit really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
150,000 people, I think, in just the first couple hours lost power.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, we're talking to Rick. Let's welcome Mr. Rick Fong to the group.
Hey, guys. Glad to see you. Glad to be here. And I hope that everyone's doing well. A quick shout out to Levi. Happy birthday. And I hope that he's doing well.
That's right. Happy birthday, Levi. That's awesome. I also have to announce Mr. Mac Main. Of course, you guys know him from Mac Collections. Lady Mac is having a birthday today, so we have to give a very special shout out to her. Happy birthday to Lady Mac as well. That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. And then speaking of birthdays, we just had one here not too long ago, Mr. Jeff Delaney from Secret Sanctuary. Hey, Jeff.
Thanks. Nice to be back.
Did you
here?
Yeah, nice and sunny. That's right. And thank you for spending part of your birthday on my show the other day. That was pretty nice, right? Popping on.
It was a fun way to spend the night.
Well, I appreciate that. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then last but certainly not least, we have again DT from DT's Geek Show. You might have seen him this week. If you've never seen his channel, please, I highly recommend you go and visit. He does amazing statue reviews as well. And he's got how many channels do you guys have right now?
I think 6 now.
6 channels.
5 too many.
You are a workhorse, my friend. Anyway, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. Been a big fan of all you guys. So, yeah, great to be here. Second time in 1 week. Wow.
That's right. It's a DT kind of week. I like it. Absolutely. Well, if people haven't discovered you from this week or don't know about your channel, tell us a little bit about what you do on the channel.
Yeah, we do a little bit about everything these days. You know, I'm getting into the statue reviewing thing, but my son has been reviewing toys and games and doing challenges for the past 9 years. So, yeah, we thought we'd change it up a little bit this year, and I'm popping on there a little bit more. I had no plans to be on that channel at all, but you know, my son's off in gamer land these days, so I thought I'd pop in there and give some entertainment to some people.
he is very popular. He has over 6 million subscribers, which is insane. I absolutely love that. That's awesome. How does he handle his fame on YouTube?
You know, it was kind of a gradual thing. We've been at it for 9 years, so yeah, it's just been a part of life. You know, we meet new people every day on the street, so.
That's awesome. That's very cool. And now, of course, like you said, you're starting your new channel and you've already had a lot of success on it. So had you been collecting any of these high-end statues prior to the last year or so, or is this just something brand new that you're like, okay, I saw these things, I have to have them?
Yeah, I picked up a few just as a way of displaying comic book characters. I had been collecting comic books for a long time, and I was always a little paranoid about putting my books on the wall and stuff like that. So I think I saw a few of these like first appearance inspired statues, and I picked them up. I think I got the Hulk versus Wolverine, and also an old Bowen Punisher first appearance, ASM 129, and those were my first statues. And I just kept looking more and more, and the more I saw, the more I wanted to buy, and you know how that goes. And
Yeah. We call it the rabbit hole. That's the way. We do, and it's funny because most collectors that I come across, a lot of them started out real small. Like they'll start out with Funkos or something like that, and then go up to like maybe Hot Toys, and then maybe premium formats. And like I've done that myself, and now I collect 1/3 or full life size busts and things like that. So you get to start out with these awesome statues, and it's very exciting to see what you have coming into your channel as well. So I'm so excited that you're now part of this community, and you get to share in the excitement that we all have been sharing for a while.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. So I'm glad to be here.
That's very cool. That's awesome. Well, welcome. I did want to say hello to some people in the chat real quick and see who's here with us tonight. Of course, again, Levi, happy birthday. Absolutely. It's 1 a.m. for me. I'm glad that you stayed up. That's awesome, Levi. Thank you very much. Got Arkham Gaming in the house. Chris is here. We've got Edwin Diaz is here. Mint Hunter Comics, thank you very much. Hope everybody's okay after the storm. Absolutely. It sounds like our East Coast folks are doing pretty darn good. Jason hated waiting. That's been before the show. Got Matt in the house. Dark Ranger 7 says, hiya, Bat family. Been looking forward to tonight's show. Hopefully you're all doing good. We're doing great. And speaking of that, we do have 3 giveaways that we're going to be doing. We had a contest over the last 24 hours in the Brotherhood of the Bat Facebook group. We are going to be giving away 3 items at the end of the show. We have a Lee Bermejo book that Dan is giving away. And you want to show that right there, Dan? Let me highlight you. There we go.
The 100-page Joker 80th anniversary variant. So
awesome. And what statue are we going to be receiving here not too long ago, or not too far from now? That one right there, right?
Yeah.
I love it. That's the Joker statue from Prime One Studio, which is my most anticipated piece. Also from Jeff Morris, we're going to be giving away this right here. This is the Joker Steelbook, which is really awesome. The Blu-ray, 4K HD,
and digital copy for your phone, iPad, and on-the-go viewing.
That's awesome. And I'm going to be giving away a Batman statue as promised. And the reason why is because last show we had over 200 live viewers for the first time. And so we had to celebrate. I said if we got to 200, I'd give away a statue. And we're going to do that. And we also celebrated, and a lot of it is thanks again to DT's video on his channel, because it brought over a lot of subs my way. And we now are over 15K on, actually we're at 15.1 now today. So I'm really excited about that. And again, thank you everybody that came over from his channel and subscribed. I really appreciate it. And thanks again to everybody that's a subscriber and has been. So that's awesome. So we're going to be giving away those here in a bit. So stay tuned for that. All right.
I'm with my family, Chris.
Is your family here tonight?
Nope.
No family.
No family. So it's going to be raw numbers tonight.
Raw people. All right. We're showing 80. We just jumped up to 97 live viewers right now. Let's keep that number climbing. That would be awesome. We've got Thornton Applebottoms here. Let's see. We've got Hugo in the house. Thatcher says been waiting since yesterday. That's awesome. Harley Quinn joins us once again. Hey, Harley. Harley's here. We've got Kit Kwan Lau. Hello, Kit. Let's see. We've got Rick Cruz. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Chris, longtime listener, first-time caller, first time I've been able to make a live stream. Hey, thanks for joining us, Rick. That's awesome. That's awesome. Tin Man's back with us. Is it Annavella? I think Annavella looks. Annavella, yes. Hello. Welcome to the show. We've got Luke. Bat in the North is here. Hey, I know that guy. Martin's here with us. We got Jimmy Del Rosario. Let's see if Fort Craft is here saying hello to DT.
Hey.
Luke saying hello to DT. We've got a lot of people saying hello to you, sir. That's awesome. Got Marvel 1. We're supposedly out of power for the next few days in New Jersey. Oh, that's too bad. That's not good. Warhawk Legend 69 is here. Got Javier. Hello, sir. Hello. Nice to see you. Everybody saying hi. Glad to see DT. Got Ro Moreno. Pimbricas are here. Another hi to DT. Let's see. Robert is here as well. Lim. Marvin, hello. Get kind of caught up here on the chat. Edwin Diaz says one of the few times Puerto Rico did not get hit. Power goes out almost every day. That's not good. Brick Pigeon is here. Hello. That's a name I don't recognize. That might be a new viewer. I like it. All right. Hello, Sue. Hello to you. Another yay, Daddy Tube. I like that. Fort Craft says, there we go. What's up, everyone? Josue. Let's see. Mint Hunter Comics says, do you have a link to DT's channel? I will put it in the show notes below, but it is DT's Geek Show. DT's Geek Show.
And they can find it through the video in the group that you posted.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a video there, and then also the link in the video. So yeah, a couple places, and I'll put it in the show notes as well. Absolutely. Adrian says hi to DT, and Harley Quinn says, well, that's not good either. Hopefully you're not doing too bad, Harley. All right, so let's go into kind of our first topic real quick. And so the big news this week was that Prime One announced a couple of cancellations, a couple of their 1/3 scale pieces. They had canceled a couple in the past, one being their Batman versus Superman Batmobile, and I think there was a few others. But the ones this week was the Deadshot from Suicide Squad, the 1/3 scale piece, and also the Grail, which is the Darkseid's daughter statue. Now, I thought it would maybe be an interesting topic to talk about because we, over the years, have ad nauseum asked for characters that they don't normally make, especially on my show. On my channel, we ask for villains. That's what I want. I want all of those villain characters. But a lot of people, they want a Hawkman or just other characters that maybe they don't normally make. So Prime One obviously had the guts to say, I'm going to make these characters. But obviously, in my opinion, they probably just didn't sell enough. They didn't, it wasn't worth it with factory costs and everything else and the way the world's going right now to produce it. So that does create disappointment. But what do you guys think about, we do ask for these characters. Is it a giant risk for these statue companies to make these items? And is it up to the buyers to put their money where their mouth is and say, hey, we want these characters, but you actually have to buy them? What do you guys think?
Can't say I blame them. I'm actually surprised it doesn't happen more often that characters put out there for pre-order and they just don't get enough orders. I'm really surprised it doesn't happen more often with other statue makers.
I agree, Jeff. Yeah. I think if I want to use some small numbers, let's say, for example, just for the sake of the conversation, you have 50,000 collectors. Of that 50,000, you're looking at maybe 5% that say they want all these, outside type characters, all these, ancillary type characters. Well, that's not much of a demand in terms of numbers for the statue companies to make those ancillary characters. So I do agree with you, Jeff. I think that the demand just wasn't there high enough. It just wasn't there high enough to warrant the company making that investment, unfortunately.
My guess is there's a number of different factors, right? There could be, some of these characters will create drag for other characters, right? They'll kind of help to flesh out a line and cause you to maybe go deeper into a line that you originally weren't going into and so forth. But, at the same time, they're contracting for factory time, to Jeff's point, and it's kind of, okay, what are you going to have? Are you going to have a Batman that you're going to sell 750 of or 1,500 of? Or are you going to run Grail and you'll be lucky if you get 200 orders, right? So I would think Grail at that point is only worth it if she's going to result in sales of other related pieces or, some other upside. But they're not going to do it just because they appreciate us as collectors.
Well, do you feel like it's character choice? And you mentioned a line, the success of a line. I think of a line, my immediate thought goes to the Arkham line. It's when we're talking about Prime 1. I have the Arkham line. You guys know, it's right over there. It's that, it's the entire collection. And the fan base really wanted more. They wanted more characters, and Prime 1 said, we're done, because sales had started to drop off, and I get that. And so a lot of people were like, well, why did you make such obscure characters in the first place? If we wanted a penguin, why did you give us 17 different versions of, this character that, with the different variants? And so that brought up a lot of ill will, I guess. But at least you knew it was consistent. It was a consistent line. And it's really, to me, what created the bread and butter in the DC line for them, the popularity for Prime 1. It really put them on the map. So whenever you think of comic book characters, well, they've done some comic books. They've done some Deathstroke and Harley and some other characters. But then whenever you go to the extreme of Grail, which is, in my opinion, not a very known character. If you compare like a Two-Face versus Grail, people are going to know Two-Face night and day versus Grail. Do you feel like they just went too far that way, and they should have maybe established more known characters and then offered a Grail once that line was popular?
I think that would definitely been a little bit smarter. Like I was not familiar who Grail is, so.
And it's $1,000.
That's the other thing, and it's huge. It's going to be huge. So
that's something I didn't even think about whenever I was, whenever we're talking about this topic. That it is huge. It does take up a lot of space, but that it's usually $1,000 or more, especially when you have shipping. For those obscure characters. Do you feel like they should have offered maybe characters that more people knew? I mean, Deadshot is a known character, but again, like I go back to like our group always saying, I want a Penguin, I want a Two-Face, I want a Riddler. Do you guys think that they should have gone that route first, and maybe it would have been more successul?
Oh man, that's kind of because they did Deathstroke, and they have a Deathstroke, and Deathstroke was a big hit. So it's kind of like, well, how sure were they when they did Deathstroke that in doing Deadshot now couldn't have been the same? So I don't. Yeah, because I probably, not that I would have gotten Deadshot, but I would have been interested for sure. So what makes Deathstroke? Because they're both anti-heroes. I mean, they're both mercenaries. They both get paid for what they do, and I just don't know. I mean, for me, granted, I like Deathstroke. I like him a lot, but it's kind of like, well, why did Deathstroke go off more than Deadshot had they given Deadshot that opportunity?
Well, and I saw a lot of comments, I'm sure you guys did too, that a lot of people said, oh, that's one I had in my cart, or that's one I was kind of waiting down the road to see. And I think a lot of people anymore, they wait for reviews.
Mm-hmm.
They wait because for a while pre-ordering was a little risky. I feel like it's maybe less that way now because I feel like all the companies are putting out really good quality. But I do really think and I have people tell me all the time, and I'm sure the reviewers here do as well, that it's because of your review that I decided to finally pull the trigger.
Right.
And so maybe I don't know. I don't know really what the answer would be to that, but I feel like maybe people are just waiting longer, and so that makes statue companies more nervous to pull an item.
I'll tell you one thing: it should make Prime 1 really think about this 6-month delay between them putting something up for pre-order and then allowing Sideshow to do the same. They have no idea how many Sideshow would have sold. Dan was waiting for it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And those were 2 statues that were not offered on Sideshow.
Right.
Yep.
So how can they know? How can they know that they wouldn't have had sufficient quantities to make it work for them?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Without, Sideshow's huge.
There's Ledger. Hey, you want to say hi to everybody real quick?
There's Ledger.
He just got back
Hello.
from football check-in.
Hello.
People watching.
He just bought me some
Freddy's.
Freddy's. So thank you very much.
Welcome.
Nice.
See you in a bit. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right.
We only had 4. It's okay.
Okay.
We don't have
So. So yeah, that's right. There's some for everybody.
What is Freddy's?
Freddy's. Do you guys not have? Does anybody have Freddy's where you are?
No.
No.
That's to you, Chris. That's in your neck of the woods.
Well, I actually think it was born and bred in Kansas, but it's a steak burger place. It's very good gourmet steak burgers, and then they also have frozen custard. But when one day we were eating there, and the actual owner or the guy that invented Freddy's came in, he was like 95 years old, so it was kind of cool. We got to meet him. But
Nice.
anyway, that's I might be munching on those during the show here. But anyway, we were talking about Sideshow and why not those two pieces? Hello to you too.
I don't know.
I guess it's a kids' night tonight.
Hey, why not? But it does make you wonder, like why certain pieces are offered and certain pieces aren't. Especially ones that maybe are more high risk. And like I feel like Deadshot was not near as high risk as Grail was.
No.
Right.
At least I know who Deadshot was. So
yeah. And then it comes down to, like, Dan made the comment in our private group that he's got a couple that he's really interested in. One being, of course, you tell him which one you're looking at.
Yeah, the Drowned. So from the new Dark Knights series, and to Jeff 2's point around, I think there's a ton of excitement around that whole arc, right? Dark Knights is super successful. The first run was super successful. Batman Who Laughs is a runaway hit. And now they've got Death Metal that's out. And, they've got all this great momentum. They released the Drown concept and looks fantastic. And unless you want to order it directly from Prime One with their exorbitant shipping rates right now, there's no way to order that product. And so to point, how could they possibly gauge interest in the U.S. Without making it available for order? So it just, I don't know.
And isn't she available on a smaller scale? Isn't there like a 1/6 out there from from like DC or something?
There's a who's making it? Yeah, it's
Diamond Select is making.
Is it Diamond Select? Yeah.
And DC. They're the ones directly from DC are pretty small. They're like
they're real small.
They're like maybe 1/10.
Oh, that's
they're tiny. The Batman Who Laughs is about.
They're a funky scale. They're probably like
they're odd
or something. Yeah, they're strange scale, but they're not something I would collect.
Right.
But and then you've got Kotobukiya's got 6 scale Batman Who Laughs.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, does Kotobukiya have, or Gallery might have other characters too, but in terms of the premium statue lines, nothing yet. And the Drown looks fantastic.
Yeah. It really does. I feel like out of all those pieces, I feel like that one's very safe because I do feel like metal has been very popular. Obviously, the Batman Who Laughs is a giant hit for not only me and Dan, of course, but
and Jeff.
It's just, and what?
And now Jeff 1.5.
That's right. Jeff got one, and Jeff just did his final payment for the Prime One piece. But there's
Kotobukiya.
And that's nice. I think that looks really cool.
And he
bought that today.
like Hot Toy scale, 1/6, perfect.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, it's nice.
Very, very cool detail.
I had that in my hand today at my LCS, but
that's all.
I think I would have got it. I mean, I'm very happy with it. It's very cool.
Go buy it, Jeff. Don't do it. Tell me it's terrible.
Dan Blaster 82 says, I feel Katana might be canceled next. And basically all of those statues, they're all part of the Suicide Squad line. It's Deathstroke, Harley, Katana, Deadshot, and then the Grail. So they were all part of that same series, I guess you could say. So they were starting a line.
Katana's a beautiful piece. The portrait is, both portraits are amazing. The pose is really cool. It's kind of a space hog, but that would be a shame if that one was canceled as well.
You know, I wonder too if they maybe released the art or at least concept art for the other Dark Knight's Metal characters, if it would create even more interest, right? Yeah. But yeah, that really questionable how they roll these out sometimes. I get it.
I have a question for you guys. If and it's kind of piggybacks on what Chris was saying. With all that's going on in the world right now and things like that, and how adaptive the collector community is with changes and whatnot, do you think that more people are more collectors are holding off in doing the non-refundable deposit and the payment plans when they can hold on to that money and they go, okay, well, if certain companies or certain orders have canceled over time, they're like, well, I'll just wait till the review comes out, and then once it becomes available, I'll just buy it outright.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just basically delaying
their a lot of product. I think I think when the reviews came out of Batman Who Laughs, it was gone.
Yep.
When the first week of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about
none of them were bad. Nobody had anything bad to say about it.
And we just talked about the Flash, the Flash premium format. A lot of us have reviewed it, and now it's on waitlist. So it's I do feel like there's a giant power in reviews and people waiting until that last minute, because you see it all the time. You see it go real quick within a week or so. Mm-hmm. Usually they're gone.
Yeah,
there's a danger to that seems to be more and more apparent to me, in that if you like to get your statues fast,
like Jeff for Secret Sanctuary
right now, because what Sideshow is doing more often is these things are coming in batches.
Yep.
So they're sending them out to people in the order that they ordered it. So if you ordered, Scarecrow this week, it's shipping. What was it, yesterday or today, or yesterday? But you're not getting it. You're not in that batch if you ordered it later. So
and Dan right there, he just he bit the bullet and is getting his Scarecrow premium format. And I'd reached out to him because I got my shipping notification. I get mine Friday. Yep. So I'm very excited about that. And I thought, well, I'm thinking maybe double live unboxing, maybe with Dan again. But Dan hasn't got any shipping information because he just ordered it a day or so ago.
I ordered it 2 days ago, and they told me earlier today that it could be up to a few weeks from now. So
and now it's waitlisted.
Now it's waitlisted.
Out there.
Right. It did as of just tonight. The EX waitlisted. There's some conversation about, well, maybe that batch of EX is waitlisted, and then maybe when they get the second container in, there'll be more. I don't know.
Well, the thing that I think Dan is a clue that's not the case, because Dan's not getting his, and he's from the first batch, and he did order it before it went to waitlist.
That's a great point.
Great point.
Yep,
absolutely. That's why we have you on the show. We know.
Or maybe they're just holding it aside and making me wait to punish me for ordering it late.
Let's go to DT. Like, where do you how do you order? Like, are you somebody that orders way ahead of time? Are you somebody that sees something or sees a review and says, okay, I have to get that for my collection, or I have to get that for my channel? Kind of, where are you at with that?
I usually order pretty early on. Of course, if my intention is to do a review, I don't want to wait too long to get it. But going back to this cancellation, I haven't had any pieces canceled, so I'm not really familiar with how they do it. But if a company is planning on canceling a piece, do they make an announcement saying, "Hey guys, we need more orders," or do they just cancel it?
They just cancel. At least in this case, Prime One. Now, I don't know. Have you ever seen a Sideshow piece canceled? I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Not that it's gone to pre-order.
What about XM? Has XM ever done that?
Yeah, I've had that whole thing with their Viking Thor, where they actually announced, we're going to take pre-orders, but if we don't reach this particular number, we're going to cancel it. And they didn't reach the number, and they canceled it. And it was a beautiful piece, and people are still angry about it. But they were very forthright about how they were going to handle it, and it just didn't work out.
Chris, Sideshow did talk about a line. I mean, to Jeff 1.5's point about once it gets to PO, I don't think they canceled one, but when Sideshow came out, when they rolled out the concepts for the Batman Nightmare series, or what was supposed to be, they talked about that as if it was going to be a very extensive line of Nightmare characters, and it only ended up being the 2. So,
and they did bring up the third one was going to be Scarecrow.
Oh, they did,
They did, and I still I don't remember if we talked about this on the other live show that we did the other night, but I still feel like the exclusive head on that is a nod to that line. It is that Nightmare line, very stylized, creepy, and so I can definitely see that being the end of it, because I'm guessing the first 2 didn't sell quite like they wanted it to, obviously, or else they'd keep pumping them out. But who knows? They might surprise us in the future.
Nightmare Batman's still available. I mean, it's been out for a few years. I mean, it didn't sell to that level.
Yeah, absolutely. So going back to what you said, DT, is that generally, no, you don't see those canceled very often. I know Prime One has done maybe 4 or 5 now that I can think of off the top of my head, where they'll just email and say, we're sorry that it's no longer available, or fans just find it on the website and say they're not able to order it because it's no longer going to be offered. So obviously,
cancel the tactical suit Batman.
Did they cancel it?
I feel like
one?
I don't think so. I think it's still. I think it's still up for pre-order.
I don't know.
I think it's out in the ether. I don't think it ever went up for pre-order.
Or maybe it hasn't yet.
And if it hasn't yet,
it was.
You kind of have to wonder if it ever will.
Yeah, and that's another thing is too, like where a lot of things are teased or shown, but then they don't go up for pre-order for 6 months. Like you said, with that 6 months window at Sideshow going up from Sideshow, but there's also that window too where, just like Sideshow just did, like they showed they teased Daniel Bell's Silver Surfer and waited 6 months to show him, where things could maybe cool off a bit. Where, if they wait 4 months, let's say they showed Deadshot and they waited 4 months to put them up pre-order, that's 4 months of cool down time. And, that could affect their sales. To me, it's smart if you put up the pre-order as soon as you show it, because that's whenever it's hot. That's when everybody's excited about it.
Prime One teased a Kingdom Come line 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's right. Yep.
Never happened.
They teased Talon 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, obviously that makes people excited. And there has been kind of a downward trend from Prime One lately of reveals. I feel like, and I kind of made the comment the other day that I feel like I did speak to one of their representatives, and they wanted right now to kind of let everybody else have the limelight, Queen Studios, of course, and Sideshow with Sideshow Con. And then I think that they're going to come out with a bunch of new stuff and kind of be reborn. I know Tweeterhead's doing the same thing. They're relaunching their website, and we're going to have those guys on the show in August. So I'm really excited about that with their relaunch. But I don't know. It's all interesting with the dynamic of the characters that certain companies bring out. And it all comes back to those characters we really want. And we've been saying it over and over again, those same characters, but a lot of times they don't release those characters. But I know, like in Prime One's case, I think that they go with what they want. Like they go with whatever character that they're into at the time. That's what they put out there. Because I know the creative director of Prime One is a giant comic book fan. So the ones that he wants made is the ones that he produces. And that's not always a popular choice. But I do tip my hat to any company that is willing to at least risk it, because everybody always complains. I don't need 17 Batmans. I don't need 17 Harley Quinns. I want, some other characters that are not done. But I feel like there also has to be a balance of, okay, it still has to be characters that people still want, even if they're B characters. They still need to be characters that people know really well. But again, Batman Who Laughs, I don't know how many people really knew about him, because he's still a brand new character, but that one sold. So why did he sell and Grail didn't?
Right. I think different companies also have different thresholds for different numbers for what makes it work for them. XM has done some pieces with very small edition sizes, even for very big characters. A lot of us have been screaming at Sideshow for not putting out a Storm statue from the X-Men, but when XM did it, their edition size was only 420. That's pretty small for a major character from the X-Men.
Very small.
That might be the reason why Sideshow hasn't revealed that yet.
Well, some of it, we always say, well, maybe it's a license issue, maybe it's this and that. I want to read a quote today from Daniel Bell. So I did my hits or misses video of the new Bane premium format, and somebody questioned, like, is it a license problem? Like, why are you guys doing another Bane? Like, why not other characters? And of course, I chimed in. I said, Daniel has been quoted as saying he really likes Bane. He really wanted to do a Bane, and that's what he wanted to do. And I said, I also then hope that he is the first of many, that he's going to do other villains. And this is how he responded. Let me read this from Facebook here. He said, it is not my job to answer this, and I usually don't do it, but maybe it helps. We are making a lot of new statues that you will see in the near future. Some of these statues are about characters we've already done in the past, and some we've never done before. And the reasons why we are doing it is that we're not running out of properties. It's not because we want to add. It's not because we want to add more options and variety to you guys. I think he meant it's because we want to add more options and variety to you guys. In the case of Bane, for example, our previous one was based on the monsterish, bulkier version, and the new one is based on the more classic comic book version. So we are not trying to replace or repeat them. We want to give a variety to some amazing characters like Bane and others. I hope this makes sense to you, my friend. Big hugs and stay safe. I thought that was a really cool thing he wrote there, because it does, kind of give some insight on Sideshow's point of view and also from the artist's point of view. Somebody else in that same thread said, they make 5 or 6 different Batman versions. Why can't they make 5 or 6 different Bane versions? And they absolutely can, because it offers that variety. Again, it does come back to those people that do want the new stuff, but he just said, hey, guess what? There's going to be new stuff coming. I have a very strong feeling that we're going to see a lot of it at New York Comic-Con / Sideshow Con, because I just don't think all of that was ready yet. And we've talked about that before. But what do you guys think about Daniel's comment?
I like it. It's encouraging. It's definitely encouraging. As a collector, it's nice to hear that, hey guys, like, we hear you, we acknowledge we acknowledge your concerns and your interests, and just so you know that, not to reveal anything, we have things on the horizon that we're working with, and don't feel like there's any lackluster in the characters that we've done in the past. We're trying to do different variations moving forward. So I feel encouraged. And
they'd be crazy not to redo characters. They've done 3 Red Sonjas, and there's a clue that they might do a 4th with that print, or the dual print that just was pre-ordered. But all 3 of them, the first 3 sold out. They'd be crazy not to make a 4th.
Yeah.
What kind of business sells out of something and doesn't make more?
Absolutely. So, DT, have you, in your collecting journey, have you purchased more than one of the same character?
Yeah, I try and stay, with one character, my favorite one. But in the case of like Spider-Man or Wolverine, it's almost impossible. Batman, it's almost impossible to just stick with one.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody asked earlier too. They wanted to know your favorite statue. Do you have a favorite?
It's probably that Hulkbuster back there.
Yeah.
There.
The incredible piece. I know Mac from Mac Collections has that one as well. It's on our show. So very, very awesome piece. That's really cool. That's awesome. I want to give a real quick shout out to What's Poppin'. Seth is in the house, and also MC George is here as well. Nice to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see if there's anything else I missed real quick. I think that might be. Everybody's talking about Max here and all the birthday wishes for Lady Max. So again, happy birthday to her. Anybody else want to chime in before we move on to pictures?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. Let me get rid of that here.
Oh, what's the audience count, Chris?
Right now we're at 127. I know we were up to 136 a second ago, so kind of going up and down. So thank you for everybody again for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. Joining us here on a Wednesday evening. Let me share my screen. And let's talk about some stuff that we has been revealed since last show we did. We'll start with Queen Studios. They had the Queen Studios China Joy event, which was awesome because it was actually a real convention. What do you guys think of somebody actually pulling that off?
Surprising.
Yeah. Everybody had their masks on, but there wasn't a lot of social distancing going on.
Yeah. The crowds also weren't too dense. I wonder, they must have been limiting number of people in the building.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Maybe like a lottery system or something.
Right.
I don't know if Home Depot. I don't know if you guys have been to Home Depot, but the Home Depot here, literally, it's like 10 minutes down the road. They do a 1 in, 1 out. So they'll have a line of people to go in, and as soon as 1, 2, 3, 4 people exit, and they have the counters, then they'll allow in like 2, 3, 4 people in, and they have a certain amount of people that they allow in at any given time. So maybe that's probably what they did here.
And maybe so. I know our Walmart was doing that for a while. They've lightened up a little bit, but well, let's look at this guy. What do you guys think of this guy right here?
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jeff's gonna get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff has to get this. I think Dan's going to get it too.
Dan's going to get it. It's going to go right back there with those guys.
Yeah. He can squeeze in there.
This is from Civil War, and it is quarter scale. Some people thought it was 1/3, but it is quarter. Great pose on this. I think this is really exciting.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
What do you think of this one, DT?
Interesting to see what the switch outs are going to be with this one.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it'd be interesting to see what the switch outs are going to be with this one.
Well, we do have a head here, so there will be a maskless portrait. It looks like.
That's true. That's cool.
A lot of detail on the base. Looks really good. But a lot of excitement for that one. And what do you think of Queen Studios going the 1/4 scale route?
Dangerous.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
Just imagine. I mean, if they can make them look like the actors, which I have no. I kind of have no doubt. That looks pretty good.
That looks pretty good right there. Yep.
Yeah. It sure does. Looks real good. They also premiered a half-scale Iron Man armor, unpainted. A lot of people were saying, "Hey, are they selling it that way?" I'm like, "Nope, this is just prototype."
They showed this life-size bust like that.
Sorry, Jeff, I talked over you. What did you say?
When they first showed the life-size bust, it was like that. It was just a whatever it is. It was unpainted.
An artist proof.
Yeah.
Are you guys surprised they're doing 2 half-scale pieces at the same time?
No. They picked 2 of the probably most popular armors.
Do you guys collect a lot of half-scale stuff?
Me personally, I don't. I don't like that scale. I don't know. I just don't know what it is. And I know a lot of people really do. My favorite is 1/3. I love 1/3 and I love quarter. But what about the rest of you guys? How do you guys feel about the half scale?
I like it, but it's not my primary preference. My primary preference is probably quarter scale. But I do have the half scale Batfleck regular and Nightmare, and then I have 2 half scale Iron Man. I have Iron Man Mark II and Mark III. I love them, but it has to be particular not only to the character but the overall look of it. So
yeah,
I don't get it for the sake of it. Let me put it that way.
Too damn big for me.
What'd you say?
Too damn big for me.
Yeah, I feel like they're too big, but
I think they can be when it's the bulk of your collection. Like for me, I only have 4 pieces. They fit fine. They look great. They complement my collection, and they're not too They're not too like muddled. I think someone who like bases their collection on it, and it's a small space. Yeah, you have to have the space for it. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, like if you had, let's say you had 20 premium formats, and then you had this right next to them, it's going to look too big.
Yep.
But if you have it separated, special spot like you do, it works out great.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go into this. This, of course, is their 1/3 scale Batman. Some people thought it was spot on. Some people say it's way too skinny. Most of you guys know that I have the 1/3 scale Joker that they just released, the rooted hair. Well, how do you think this one turned out, guys?
Looks like he's got a belly. It looks like he's standing, and his belly, like not fat belly, but it just kind of looks like he's arched, like his back. So it's kind of like
He's sticking his stomach forward.
Yeah.
Use your words carefully, Rick.
Well, I have a belly, so I can say it. I can say, but yeah, it does. It kind of looks like not that he has a belly or a gut, but it looks a little. But maybe it's the angle. It could be just the angle of the picture being taken.
A lot of people said that he just looked too skinny. He needs to be bulkier. Would you guys agree with that?
I think the shoulders are a little narrow. I think if the shoulders were a little broader, it would take care of that belly thing.
But I feel like the sculpt looks good.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing that we've learned from Queen Studios is they take feedback very seriously, and they definitely tweak things.
This particular picture looks like it could be the lens and the picture that's distorting this a bit to make that belly looks like it's sticking out.
Yeah, I can see that.
With this picture, at least.
All right, we go back to like Dan seeing the Joker in person in New York.
Oh yeah,
and how much that changed from the final production. Like it's 9
Chris,
days.
Actually, was thinking about posting. I have a couple of short, like 1.5-minute clips that I shot in New York of that Joker, posting them just for fun to compare with the production piece. It is a night and day difference.
It really is. I actually, after I got him in hand, I went back and looked at those photos, and I'm like, oh, because his hair looked like a comb over, like it just was so different, and even the tailoring was off.
Yeah, exactly.
With the final production, so like I said, Queen Studios, they do an amazing job of listening to feedback. So I have a feeling this guy will change a couple times before it's out.
Now that Joker is the one that doesn't attach to the base, right? It just kind of sits there.
There are no magnets, which is just held down by gravity. I did ask a representative. I contacted Queen Studios, I think last week, just trying to get them to confirm whether the Batman will key in, because I didn't know if I just bought the Batman, if I could just add him to my previous Joker base. Because as you can see here in this photo, this is a special $125 base that you have to buy separately if you want them to both to fit. And they would not confirm there's a peg. So I don't know if they're still working on it or they're still deciding. That's kind of the way it sounded to me. But I would hope there's at least something to hold Batman in place, because there are no magnets for Joker at all, which has people concerned. Now that bench is metal, and it's incredibly heavy, so it's not going to go anywhere. But if you hit your shelf really hard, I suppose Joker would be a bit knocked over.
It can be done.
It can be. Just ask Jeff. Just ask Jeff. This thing was insane. Did you guys see this one?
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like half scale or what they're calling this thing, but it is insane how big it is. I've got another picture, but this, of course, is from the Transformers movies, and it's just incredible. But look at this! Look at this photo.
That's awesome.
Look at the size of this thing.
Oh man!
And then you have the switch out head with its own base. Like,
it's so cool.
What do you guys think of it?
Awesome.
That's unbelievable.
It's got to be like 1/10 scale, right?
Yeah, right. I would think.
I
would think. I just cannot believe how big it is, and like imagine, like I bet it's like 7 boxes.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
I would see those videos for the collectors in Asia. You know that they do the funny videos where they knock the box over and there's like all these boxes and it's just crazy some of these products. But it takes a lot of guts to do something like this. That's for sure. Be interesting to see how many they sell of that.
So cool.
They also have the other half scale right here. This is the one they have painted, but I think this one looks great too.
Oh yeah, it looks really nice. Really nice.
What do you suppose it's going to sell for?
You know, I was thinking about that. A lot of the kind of the standard price on a lot of these half scales are around $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that they might come in a little under that. The price on the Joker that I got was incredibly decent for that scale, and so I think that they're kind of starting out with a lower price point to get the attention of the collectors and people willing to pay that price. I think, of course, that'll go up. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it'll be lower than 2,000 or more?
I think it'll be way under that.
You think way under?
I think the first ones, yeah. I'm
I
guessing
think that
about
being half scale, I think it'll
1,700.
be around 2,000. I'm thinking maybe 18. It'll be near the ballpark of $2,000. I don't think it'll go over, but I think it'll be close to.
I was thinking 18.
Well, Prime One, most of their half scales are going for what, 2,500?
Yeah.
Yeah, 22 to 25. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I bet they offer a version without a Robert Downey Jr. head cheaper, like they did the Batman.
I bet they go in 1,800.
Yeah. Because I know, like when I brought it was 2,000 for my half scale Joker from Prime One, and that was back 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
How long did you have the half scale Batfleck for, Chris? Like a week?
I had it for I think about a month and a half. I really liked it, and I don't know. The size was too big for me compared to the rest of my collection. I just didn't feel like it fit for me personally. But I found him a really good home. So,
well, do you think it didn't fit for your collection considering the space you had then to now? Like, would it fit in the space better now that you have?
It's possible if I kept him separated out. I don't know. I discovered that I love 1/3, and that's what I had to stick with. Okay. Now that's not to say if, like, let's say Queen Studios or Prime One comes out with a half scale Ledger Joker that is amazing and he's holding his coat open with the grenades, I might have to consider it.
Right.
As a standalone piece.
Right.
But it's just not my go-to scale.
Fair enough.
This one is the Batman bust. This one's had some controversy with the eyeballs. They have either recalled the ones that they've already shipped or redoing the ones that haven't shipped yet to include smaller pupils. Have you guys seen the new images with the smaller pupils?
Well, there was some on Facebook where you couldn't see the eyes at all.
Yeah, that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taken from like 30 feet back. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Can't tell a difference at all, but I mean, you can see that there's less people.
Yeah.
But you don't see it up close. But I feel like once they get it figured out, this again is a home run for them because it's still a great bust. But they got to get the eyes fixed.
You should zoom in on the Batman and Joker statue in that previous picture, and you get a good real side profile. I mean, look, that's pretty good.
Oh well, you're talking about his gut. I mean, look at the curvature there.
Yep.
It's like he's like flexed, like he's like flexing his abs.
Yeah.
He's like doing a crunch.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Yeah, I could see that. That's a good point. I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I don't know.
See if we can see the eyes on this one.
A little bit.
Shadow is key. Yeah, shadow is key to that piece. This one was also revealed last week. I know Dan especially is probably very excited about this. This is the Batman Shogu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But it does. The exclusive is going to come with additional 3 head sculpts, so 4 total. Different sword swap outs, battering swap outs. It's got the knife and the battering, or the bat gun. Dan, what are you thinking about all of these options?
They're really cool. I love the piece. I actually like it a lot more than I did when I saw a few of the initial shots of this piece. I think it looks awesome, but I think I'm going to have to, conserve mostly space resources, to go with these other pieces. They've announced Joker. They've announced Penguin. We've got Harley coming. So, my feeling is they've got really good success with this. We probably still haven't seen the end of that line yet. But I think it looks great. I don't know, DT, are you going in for this one, or are you looking for the OG? Or
well, like I mentioned on my video, after getting the Shogun, I was really sold on this line, and I'm thinking about picking all of them up, maybe except for maybe the original Batman, since this one's coming out.
right.
But yeah, I think this is probably on my list.
It is on my list.
It's a deep rabbit hole.
It is. This is one, though, that I feel like if you just got this piece and not anybody else, I think you'd be okay. But at the same time, if I get this piece, Lord knows what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because it's me, so
What's the scale on this one? Is this quarter?
Quarter.
This is quarter? Okay.
Quarter. It will have a light up feature. They were asking people whether they liked the light or the white light, or the kind of the red light. And I'm hoping they do the red light, because that would make sense for the time period of being a fire. I love the idea if it could flicker. We talked about that the other day. Like how cool would that be if it flickered?
That'd be awesome.
Like a candle.
Yeah.
I wonder what the difference is between the second and third portrait. The silhouette is identical.
Very identical. I just maybe wondered if maybe like one was like more like battle damaged or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, these two are identical.
Yeah.
Right.
And they look like the mask on the first version, right? Like
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, the one that Dan has.
Yep.
Me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you. That's right. You. I forgot you have that one too. Yeah, you do. But you're Jeff Delaney. You're planning on getting this one, right? I'm
planning on it. Like I mentioned last week, I'm a little concerned about the light up. I want to know what it looks like when it's not lit up, because sometimes light up features don't look very good when they're not lit up.
I'm hoping that this, well, I don't know. Maybe this would just be forward and there wouldn't be actually glass on it, I guess. That's a good point. Yeah, I hope they're able to hide the LED.
Yeah.
Then we also got that same day, we got the Joker. And I know Dan, again, is very excited about this one.
Yeah, this one's definitely coming. Matter of fact, I'm kind of surprised we didn't see the PO go up this week for this one.
I am as well. So this is the exclusive. You get a bunch of different swap outs. You get the bloody crowbar, of course, and 3 head sculpts here. The one with the knife, licking the knife, and then you get the long-haired green one. We have some photos of that as well. And then the regular, you just get the 2 head sculpts and the 1 arm swap out. So are you going to get the deluxe if you get it?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I actually use the, not so much with Deathstroke, but with Batgirl and Batman. I do swap them out, probably, I don't know, maybe every month and a half or so, but it's so awesome. The swap outs make the statues so different with those pieces that I find it's worth doing.
But Dan, does it bother you that XM is starting to do this like other statue producers? It used to be they threw everything into one version, and now suddenly they're doing this deluxe thing.
Yeah,
for more money.
Yeah,
money.
That's all it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is
a shame. But I'm not surprised by it.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. These are some more detailed photos that Ang Sang released. So you get a kind of an idea of the colors of the Joker. Lots of great purples and greens. I think this one's definitely going to be the most intricate color-wise.
Yeah, it's going to look phenomenal.
It looks really good.
Look at the detail there in the coat. Like that's just the interior of the coat, which is crazy. And then of course the long hair color, crazy green. You can see the other head sculpts back here. Then the kind of the cape in the back. It all looks good.
It looks awesome.
Look at the texture on the socks.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Really great.
Oh, I like that a lot.
This right here.
Yeah, that's really cool.
The tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really neat.
A lot of great detail.
Oh, man.
They also had a production photo. They're doing some testing on the what is it, 6 scale, right? 6 scale line.
Yeah.
The Batman Hush. Looking good.
I really like that piece. I wish it was quarter scale.
I think most people do, Jeff.
Yeah.
Because it would be one hell of a great quarter scale.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. This one they also teased this week. They said it's not superhero related. Did you guys see this one? Whoop.
Yeah, it was, Frank chose, was it Shayna?
Shayna, yeah.
Yeah.
Jungle Queen.
Yep.
Jungle Queen. So that got some attention, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, he draws his women very, very, very realistically, and he loves doing nudes. So God bless him.
Well, if you like naked women, this is you're up your alley.
It was funny because I've seen a lot of people on Facebook and on statue forums say that it's a topless switch out. Switch out. I think it's just a topless statue.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see how many of these are in everybody's living rooms. I guess. I love it. It looks good. Real beautiful sculpt. Really nice. I had this Grail. Sorry, it's a little out of order. This was the Grail that they canceled that we were talking about earlier in the show. I still think it's a beautiful statue.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just not very well known. So that's a shame. Then there's the Deadshot that we were talking about. So this one had a lot of potential. I actually was considering this myself. I don't love the character, but I thought the sculpt was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But again, $1,000 and 1/3 scale. It takes up a lot of room.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
This is another, I know nothing about this character. It's a robot. Does anybody know anything about this one?
It made me sad. What the hell happened?
This poor robot.
It's like some sad geek made a robot sex doll.
It's also from Queen Studios. I do not know the scale. I'm assuming it is.
It looked like quarter scale.
But pretty racy statue. But wanted to throw it in here.
Is this like a computer game IP, or is this an original, or what is this?
I think it's anime.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think. But it's a cool sculpt. It's definitely going to garner some attention, I'm assuming.
No idea.
This one, we know who this is. Yeah, this is the Infinity Studios life-size bust of Jason Momoa. It just continues to wow me, and just the sheer size of him, like it's massive.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I showed the video to my wife, and I just said, "Hey, look at Jason Momoa and stuff." And I showed it to her without telling her it was a statue. And then when it was revealed that it was a statue, it blew her mind. She was like, "I can't." She's like, so lifelike.
This is the one that my wife's going to order and replace me. Without a doubt.
If the bottom half comes out, yeah, you are gone.
Thank God it's just a bust, but she would still replace me for the bust anyway. So that's,
So we should look forward to him hosting the show in the near future.
That's right. Hey, I tell you, if you want views, have Jason Momoa host your show. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Rogues Gallery is going to go through the stratosphere.
Oh man, we'd get 500, 1,000 easy.
Oh, easy. Yeah, easy. But I mean,
that's not to say it wouldn't blow up the servers.
Oh, I love it. That's just congratulations to anybody that gets that. That thing is crazy. We also got the Bane premium format. Actually, they're not calling it a premium format. They're calling it a maquette. What do you guys think about them calling it a maquette?
Really? Why? I wonder why.
I don't know. And it's called the Bane maquette, and it's actually a pretty decent price point.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's $645 for the regular and $660 for the exclusive, clocking in at 26 inches tall.
It's cheaper than
the original one.
It's cheaper than Mr. Freeze.
It's cheaper. Mr. Freeze was $700.
Yep.
Which is incredible. I do feel like Sideshow, with the last couple releases, they've had really decent prices. I think part of that might be the way the world is right now, or maybe that some of their sales haven't been maybe as strong as they had hoped. But regardless of the reason why, I'm so glad that some of the prices are being pretty darn good lately.
Maybe they're calling it maquette because it's completely sculpted. But
maybe, but maquettes are usually a lot more money.
Yeah, Silver Surfer was not that maquette price.
Yeah, and they've both been called maquette. This one does go up for pre-order on Thursday. I will be ordering it. Anybody else?
I won't, but I will say that I have warmed up to it. I like how his bodysuit is not all black. Like, I love some of the gray. I love some of the the if you do the full body shot, I love how like there's just some discoloration. Like
it's worn.
Yeah.
Like here.
Yeah.
You can see the tears in his knee pad.
Yep.
Like where he's been on his knees. Somebody asked if these were if they asked him actually if the laces are
mixed
an add-on fab multiple mixed media, and he said it's completely fully sculpted.
Wow.
Completely. Now, obviously the tubes are going to be probably a plastic material, but I really like him. I'm excited to do the comparison. We didn't ever get to see the back of him at the Sideshow Con, so it's cool to be able to see some other angles of his tank.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the Batmobile base. There's a better look at those laces.
They said the tire is sculpted too because it looks like rubber.
It really does. It's really cool. Then the exclusive is the more of the animated series look. And a lot of people said that they weren't going to buy it, but now they saw this exclusive and they like it better. So I personally like the regular one better.
Yeah.
Which one is the older or the original mask? The larger eyes or the smaller eyes?
I think this one. I think
that the exclusive one looks a lot like what is it out of the Batman and Robin?
Like the movie? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that portrait is more out of that movie, and then the bottom one is more comic accurate.
Yeah.
They're both good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would switch them out, I think.
I think so too. I like them both also. So anyway, that goes up for pre-order. Oh, who's that? There
you go.
Here's Joker Dan.
Oh my God, I discovered the Reface app.
I love it.
Yeah.
We've been having a lot of fun. My group and George's at MCE has been having a lot of fun with it. It's been really hilarious. But there's Joker Dan right there.
Joker Dan.
This also had some controversy this week. This is the XM Studios Gambit. And the prototype it looked like was actually throwing the cards out of his hand. And the production piece has it kind of like it's not. And so a lot of people have been complaining. They did say that XM responded and said that they would take a look into it and make it right, or I guess. But have you guys seen those photos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw them. Yeah, and the paint looks different, but it could be the lighting because the lighting on the production is straight on, and the prototype is kind of raised into the right a little. So, but the paint looks a little different.
A little bit different.
The paint on the base looked. I saw a video review from.
B Mother.
Yeah, last night, and he was talking about the base was definitely brighter than what the video from the prototype was, and that it didn't match the Sentinel on the other XM X-Men.
Oh, I didn't. That's it.
Yeah, for me, that would be the biggest miss. Is that piece? That would bug me a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the current X-Men Danger Room line, right? Like, let's say you get Colossus and Rogue, which I have, and then you get Wolverine, and that base completely doesn't match. It does not link up. It doesn't complement. Oh man, my OCD would go into overdrive.
Yeah, that drives me crazy too.
Now they said they have to put the cards closer to his body for leaning purposes. Is that what you guys heard too?
I think so. I also heard
what I read.
the person. I guess this photo they said that they didn't have it in quite all the way, which made a slight difference. But again, watching B Mother's review, I mean, clearly it's off a bit. But like they said, hopefully they'll address it and make it right. So.
The other thing I thought that was funny that was in B Mother's review, because I watched that this morning too, was he said that the cards go ace, king, queen, 10.
I saw that.
Yeah. That would bug me too.
It said the swap out has the jack.
That's the jack.
So I thought that was funny. That would drive me crazy too.
Yep.
I love it. It's little things, right?
Yep.
Collector problems. This was also teased by XM Studios. This is Hawkman. I think this one looks great.
Looks great.
Yeah.
I think this is their 6th scale.
Yep. But it was quarter scale.
Which isn't that weird? They made that big announcement about quarter scale, and then they've only shown 6 scale.
Yep. That is weird.
So I really thought that everything going forward might be quarter, but it's not looking that way. I guess we'll find out. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had some production photos of Iceman also from them. So I think that looks really pretty great.
Yeah.
Yep.
It has that like, when you see those like National Geographic or travel pictures with the foam, like it's frozen, like the wave is like frozen. Yeah, that's exact. Like they did a really good job with that.
They really did. I think the colors look good. Yeah, really, that windswept look. It looks great. Here's some in-hand photos. We a lot of people, they jumped on the Queen Studios train and said, "Oh, this Batman looks better than the Prime 1." This is the Prime 1 in hand, and I think it turned out really great. What do you guys think?
It looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Levi was bashing me earlier, saying I was beating up Bale. I wasn't beating him up. I was beating up the statue. Bale is a solid, really, really good Batman and Bruce Wayne. I have zero issues with him. But
where are they?
He
must have friends.
So Levi, I wasn't bashing Bale. I was bashing just the look of the statue. This one looks pretty cool. I like the chest piece. How it has like in that first picture you showed us, Chris. It has looks like it has a little bit of like that Teflon texture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I really like that. I really like that level of detail onto it.
I feel like this one, it's still somewhat boring. Just the pose.
Yeah. Static.
It's just static. Yeah, it's just static.
What do you think about the mouth area? Some people think it makes him look older than he actually is.
The where? What area?
The mouth area.
Well, let's look at it. Well, you have to keep in mind this is the Rises version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people say. Oh, I don't like the Bale portrait as much. And I'm sorry, I don't have a picture of that. But you have to keep in mind this is an older Bruce Wayne.
Looked like a younger George W. Bush.
Every sculpt of Christian Bale, I always think that. I'm glad you said
seriously.
that.
I kept thinking, who does this look like? But I'm like, that looks like a younger George W. Bush.
I agree. I thought I was the only one that thought that way. This was another XM piece. This is the Red Hood. I think this one's great. What do you guys think?
I think it's pretty cool.
It is cool. I noticed that they jumped the price up on these, which I think is a mistake.
What'd they go up to?
$525 or $550.
Yikes!
And what's the scale? Is this 1/10?
1/6.
1/6 scale.
Yeah, that's premium format scale money.
No.
Yeah, that seems high.
My only issue with these that have characters, and we'll use this as an example since it's on the screen, is I wish it was a bit grittier. If you're going to have a character in an alleyway, have some maybe scuff marks, or maybe his helmet isn't shiny. So put some grit onto the character's outfit, kind of. Not too much, just dirty him up a little.
A character like this that is like a brawler character. It should be kind of not so clean.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's a very valid point. But I like it. I like it, but not that price. I don't care for that price. This also went up for pre-order. This is 1/10. I thought this one was fun. This is a cool piece.
Yeah, Jeff posted that up in his group, and I have to admit, Jeff, someone commented on that, and it was like, I think it was like this, but with a different arm from the other one. I would go with that. I would go with that agreement, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, the other version doesn't have the pieces on the base.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it was the base on this one, and then
it's exclusive,
the figure on the other.
Yeah.
But that's a fun one. Let's see. I think that's everything right there. I'll come back to you guys. So I thought, wow, 162 watching. That's fantastic. That is great. That's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to everybody in the chat for watching. That's awesome. So I feel like, what do you guys think? Do you feel like Queen Studios had a pretty darn good showing overall? Like I felt like it was just exciting to have that real event feel. Did you guys feel that same way?
I think it was solid.
Yeah.
I think it was a very, they were definitely a solid presentation, more than Sideshow Con, whatever that was. So yeah.
Do you feel like Queen Studios is kind of the new big boy on the block here? They impressed me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that they're going to have to prove themselves with a line, some consistency maybe across a single line. You mentioned, the Arkham line for Prime 1 earlier. It seems like all the companies do it. Iron Studios has done it in their way, right? They've proven themselves across their MCU line. They've proven themselves now with the 1/10 line, right? They can gain some traction in some pretty big, cross sections of the community. I think Queen's going to have to do that. Pick something and do it really well. They're doing half scales, they're doing quarter scales. It's like, the stuff looks great.
Some other characters from Civil War.
Yeah. I thought
if they could do Black Widow.
Yep. I love it. I'm really happy with what they picked, but it seems very random.
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like they're just trying to make this giant wave? Like they're just trying to really come out of the gate and say, "Hey, look what we can do it all." Because everybody, whenever they started seeing statues, they're like, "Hey, aren't you guys the bus guys?"
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they started out with was these life-size silicone busts.
Right.
Are their licenses regional?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think that they have any worldwide licenses yet. I don't think.
I'm not sure, with all due respect, Dan, I'm not sure I agree that they need a line. I think that they might be thinking we're going to just hit the heavy hitters and not take a risk on some of the more marginal characters to start with, at least. And I think that might be a smart move.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I just think it, when you think about when they get a customer and they get somebody to agree to buy that Spider-Man piece, if I were them, I'd be thinking, I want them to buy the Spider-Man, then the complementing Iron Man, the complementing Captain America, you know what I mean? And take advantage of the fact that you reeled that customer in. I'm just, from a business standpoint, is what I meant. I agree with you. Go for the heavy hitters where you're going to make some money, but it seems pound foolish a little bit to not want to capitalize on the fact that you got somebody to say, "Yep, I trust that you'll sell me a good product and I'll put that in my collection."
Yeah, well, that line has a lot of heavy hitters. They might not be as anxious to do Ant-Man, for example. Or,
yeah, that's true.
The next one I could see them doing, since they've showed the bust, Vision.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, that's right. They did show the bust to him. That's right.
Especially if they could, the characters that Iron Studios did not do.
That's true.
Black Widow.
Black Widow, Vision, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the female busts would be very popular, especially like Scarlett Joe or
Scarlett
somebody like that.
Johansson would sell.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, if they got her likeness down, it would be incredible. Well, let me ask you this: so, out of all the stuff that we just saw from Queen Studios or whoever, is there any of those items that we saw that's going to go on your pre-order list, or that you're very interested in? Why don't we start with our guest DT? What do you think? Is there anything that you have to have for your collection?
Well, definitely the samurai, the XM samurai stuff. Going back to the Queen Studios. When I started out, I didn't want to get into movie statues. I wanted to stay comic book only, but I picked up that Thanos bust from Queen Studios, and it got me thinking, these look pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna try and avoid the new stuff from Queen, but I don't. It's right there on the line. I might wind up getting some of it.
And I just saw you did the baby powder trick, right, on him.
Yeah, I thought I'd try it out just to see. He did come out a little bit dark out of the box, so it lightened him up a bit. But I'm not too sure how it would work on flesh tones, opposed to a purple guy. So.
Yeah. That's a great point. Well, good pick there. How about you, Jeff Delaney? What do you think?
I'm thinking about the Spider-Man. I thought that I had Spider-Man completed with the Sideshow PF that I have. But I like that one a lot, so I'm thinking about it.
What Spider-Man is that one, Jeff? Is that the black suit one, or is it the other one?
The Queen Studios we just saw a picture of.
Okay.
Quarter scale.
Okay.
How about you, Jeff Morris?
Oh, maybe the Spider-Man, if the price is right.
I think it's going to be a pretty good price point.
I think it will be too. I would like to get the Bane, but I won't order it right away. But I just really like it. It's a lot of statue too.
Yes, it is. 173 people watching right now. If we get to 200, we got to give another statue away. So,
call your family. Collection called it.
That's right. Call your family in. That's hilarious. Sorry to cut you off there. How about you, Dan?
Yeah, I think the pieces we talked about definitely, the Joker Samurai is definitely coming in. The Spider-Man will definitely pick up without question. Beyond that, not sure. I love a couple of the new Iron Man pieces that Queen showed, but I feel like I've got Sideshow's the Mach 3 maquette, which I absolutely love. I won't swap that one out. That for me is my Iron Man. I have the Mach 2 also that I love. So I don't think I'll be changing that one out. Trying to think beyond that. I don't know that there was anything. I'm sticking with the OG Bane. He's the bulkier version, but I really like that statue a lot. He also doesn't look strange if he happens to be in proximity to a 1/3 piece, which I really like. For my collection, that works. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't scale with 1/3 or anything. I'm not suggesting that, but he also is quite large, so it doesn't look completely crazy.
He fits.
Yeah. So, yeah.
How about you, Rick?
I liked everything that we saw, but if I were gonna do a pre-order, I would do that Batfleck bust. I would do that one. The reason being is that I already have the Sideshow Batman bust. The square jaw one. I have that on pre-order, so I would build the stand that Dan has with the double shelves. I would probably do that and just have one on top of the other and have that as a display. But outside of that, none of them really were like, oh yes, I didn't get that. Although I appreciated everything in that Spider-Man. If I had the money, I probably would get that Spider-Man, but no, I was happy with their show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think for me, it wasn't that show, but the Bane we saw, I'll be pre-ordering it, and then the new Samurai Batman. I feel like I have to have that one, even though it might lead me down that rabbit hole again, like we've talked about. So anyway, it's going to be interesting, but I think I'm going to go with what Jeff said. Is we really want to see kind of what that light up feature looks like without it on.
Yeah.
Because if it looks bad or plasticky in there, I can't see them leaving it that way, but I do worry a little bit about it.
I think if it was amber, like I know you had said red, Chris, but for me, I think if it had like a amber hue to it, that would give off a, really nice like candlelight look to it. And it's so similar to the Iron Studios one that if you had the Iron Studios one, you could literally have it on both sides of a door, both sides of a T. Like they could be pillars basically on something in the middle. But yeah, I'm just like you, curious to see what the lighting feature will be like.
Yeah, amber is a way better way to put that. That's that amber light. Yeah, absolutely. Well, do you guys want to look at the giveaway photos here?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So basically, we did a post yesterday. Gave everybody 24 hours, actually over 24 hours, to post a goofy photo of them with their favorite collectible. And we in the group, the people giving away the stuff, is going to pick their favorites. So let's kind of go through them real quick. Let me go back to my share here. All right, and first of all is Fabian. So there's Fabian. I really like Fabian's. I really like it, but I don't see a collectible.
Exactly.
I don't see a collectible, but I like
the picture of him behind himself.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty great. So maybe that's his favorite collectible. Maybe he likes that poster. There's Fabian, and we got Depeche right there.
It's a nice display he's got.
Beautiful display. I love it. And I love the poster back there.
Yeah.
So we got Depeche. We got Johnny Waddell.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's phenomenal. I really like this one a lot. And then we also have Will Moore. Oh, maybe. There it goes. So Joker threatening him with the pencil. That's pretty great. That's pretty great.
You should have turned the pencil the other way because that's how he did it in the movie. And
yes, that's true. That is true. We got Travis Pierce.
That's good.
That's pretty great.
Too bad.
Got the Thor. Okay. We've also got Greg Folks. This one he said, how close can I get this shave? So that was really good. We've got CB right here doing some Guardians of the Galaxy. He's even got the coat.
Yeah, he does. But he doesn't have a Guardian statue. He's only got Star Wars behind him. So
that's true.
Yeah, he's doing the I guess. With Darth Vader. The Darth Vader's holding his helmet too, just like.
I see. That's what he was doing there.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yep.
All right. See, thank goodness Rick caught that. We got Joselito, his Batman and his Batman back there. They got the life-size NECA back there.
Yep.
Cool piece.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. We've got Chris Nielsen looking super happy about his X-Men collection. That's awesome. Chris is actually doing a guest review for us for the XM Studios Flash. So stay tuned for that.
Oh,
that's
cool.
Awesome. This one, Kevin, he's got his kids on both sides of him with some original superpowers. I love that. That's really cool.
That's old school right there.
That is old school. I love that as a kid. Loved it. So I thought it was cool he incorporated his kids. Thanks, Kevin, for that one. I'm not sure how you say your name. Adrian? I'm not sure. Sorry about that.
Montoya.
But he has I think a Predator mask with the Nightmare Joker and Batman behind him. You can see his eyes peeking through there. We also have Benke kissing his life-size Batman bust.
Yeah, that's strange.
Right there. Giving Batman some love. Got Elijah Mack.
That's great.
Rocking Cable right there.
With the Brotherhood sign.
That's right. Brotherhood of the Bat right there. And we've got Jeremy doing his hand. It's doing a handstand.
Okay, that is funny. That
Surely a handstand selfie can't be that hard. I'm dead. So I thought that was pretty creative. We also have got to say I'm loving my new manicure. This is Lisa Hamilton.
All right, Lisa.
Nice to see some ladies joining the fun.
Absolutely.
And then we have Kai Hoffman playing around with his Joker. Have a drink with my funny buddy, and afterwards we dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
There we go.
That was good. We got Michael Toxword. He said, I'm just my little baby Bane. Rocking the baby Bane. I love it.
He's missing the milk bottle.
Yeah, that would have been pretty great. Yeah, it's a big baby.
That's a big baby.
We got Levi joining us there. There's his photo.
All right, Levi.
Goofy face. And then we got two more. We've got Ashley Kellerman, looking up at her Batman and Batgirl there.
Yeah, those are Ross, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Those
Very
are great.
cool, Ashley.
And is that all three of them? Yeah, all three of them are Ross's.
Oh, over here too. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gargoyles. Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool. She's got great taste.
She's got I've got a front runner.
And then we've got Craig right here. Being threatened by Baby Doll there. That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's see. Without further ado, so we're going to start with let's do the Bermejo Joker, the 80th book. So basically, here's how we're going to do it. We do ask that the winners that they would be willing to pay for shipping. Also, we cannot replace an item if it does get broken or something in shipping. It's just the way we're giving it away. So if you agree to that, the winners can contact me at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. And since everybody's in Facebook, I will contact them via Messenger as well. But let's start with the Bermejo Joker book. And Dan, do you have a favorite?
I do have a favorite. I have Greg Folks as my favorite.
Okay, and Greg is the one right here with.
You passed him.
I passed him. I passed Greg. This one right here, right?
No, Greg.
No.
The shave. Go down.
Oh,
So should this be Dan's favorite or Dan's third favorite?
You passed him. There he is, right there.
there it is. So Greg got that one.
Yep.
So he got the close shave. So Greg, you get the Bermejo Batman book. So contact me or I'll contact you. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. Yeah, Greg Folks.
I think Greg is in the. I think he's in the chat. So.
Oh, great! Congratulations, Greg. That's awesome. That's very cool.
Yep.
Okay, and let's see, Jeff Morris, you're giving away the Joker Steelbook Blu-ray. Do you have a favorite?
Man.
Tough choices.
I have two.
You could always be like Harvey Two-Face and flip a coin.
That's true.
I don't have a coin.
There's a coin shortage right now in America, so
That is true.
Yep.
That is true.
Yeah. Let me toss a pack of these and see which way it is.
Don't break anything, Jeff.
yeah, no kidding.
Okay. Johnny Waddell.
All right, Johnny Waddell, right up here with.
I was between the Kylo Ren and the Batgirl face plant on the carpet. Those two made me laugh out loud.
Well, that is a great choice, absolutely, and this was one of my favorites.
The sticky package decided I didn't have to. So
There you go. Well, this is one of my favorites as well. I thought that was very creative.
yeah,
With Kylo.
both of those made me laugh out loud.
That is awesome. All right, so I suppose that means I have to choose my last one, huh?
Yeah, there you go. You get the hard job.
Or do we want to do like a group consensus? Could we come up with one? Do you think? I don't know.
If it's up to you, Chris. This is your show. So if you want, I mean, I have two, and then I can tell you my two, and then we could just go through the whole group and just say what's what.
Well, man, this is very difficult. There's so many ones that I really, really like.
Yeah.
But I think I have to go with Kevin.
I agree.
That was.
I think I had to go with Kevin just because I love that he incorporated his kids, and I love the superpowers. That I just absolutely love those characters, and so I thought that was really fun and well done. So, Kevin, you got the statue. Let me show you what it is. If I can pull it up here.
It's like this Frankenstein Batman he got off of Etsy.
It is. So, Kevin, I've got the Diamond Select maquette. This is the resin animated series Batman.
Very cool.
About $150 value. So that's the statue. And
Nice get.
awesome.
Nice get, sir.
Very cool. I've got more giveaways planned as well, but congratulations to you. Hopefully you and your family will enjoy that piece. So that's going to go to you. That's part of that 3-piece Justice League set there. So anyway, congratulations to all the winners. That's awesome. We had Johnny, we had Greg, and also Kevin. So congratulations to you guys. And again, thank you everybody that played along. We were talking that, we only did that kind of last minute, 24 hours. We're definitely going to do something like that again in the group. We'll give you guys a lot more opportunity. And I already have something, and I know this is down the road, but I already have a big giant giveaway for when we get to 20K. And so stay tuned to that. I can't wait to give it away. But we have a ways to go. But anyway, I'm excited about that. So congratulations to all the winners. And anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, Greg and both Greg and Johnny are in the chat, and Greg says, "Thanks, Dan. It took a lot to actually get out of my comfort zone." And then Johnny went, "Yes!" Before, I would like to thank my mom and say, "Look at me now," to all the haters.
Oh, and that's Dark Rangers, Kevin. He says, "Thanks, Chris. Just FYI, it was my wife and my 5-year-old daughter." So sorry, I thought it was your kid. Sorry about that. That's really cool. So everybody's in here. That's really great. So congratulations to you. Johnny Waddell asked, do I contact Jeff or Chris? Actually, just if you want to contact Jeff and he'll get your information, and we'll deal with it that way. Either way is fine with me. So anyway, thank you. Elijah says, congratulations. I had fun with the challenge. I thank you everybody that participated. It was really, really good. So, and again, we'll do this again because I thought that was a lot of fun.
Step it up, man. You guys, there's in the 24 hours that it was, you guys did a great job, but throw some more creativity in there. Yeah, we want to be surprised.
Yeah, absolutely.
Minute thought yesterday afternoon.
and all the credit goes to Jeff right here.
Jeff,
Which Jeff?
Oh, to your left. To your left.
Is it all Jeff Morris?
Yeah, Morris is to your left.
He's Brady bunching you.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I don't want to be copyrighted. Yeah.
Trying to think of something different other than trivia I think we've done trivia a couple times.
Well, the problem with trivia is if the first person that we see on the screen isn't always the way it appears on another person's screen.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I hate doing the trivia like that. It's always, it is what it is. But
it's kind of tricky to go back and look to see. But, like you said, the chats are showing up different order for everybody. So,
yeah. So I tip my hat to Jeff for coming up with that. That was really fun. Anyway, congratulations to all the winners. I also want to thanks again, DT, for being here. That was so cool that you came on the show, and it was so awesome to collab with you this week. And hopefully we'll do that more in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. If any of you guys are here from my channel and you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to this channel, Batman Statue Collector. Get them to 20K.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And I'll do the same. If you have not subscribed to his channel, please do so. Again, it's DT's Geek Show. Let me put up that banner right there so everybody knows the name. DT's Geek Show. Also on EvanTubeHD. Subscribe there too if you haven't. Also, subscribe to Jeff Delaney's channel, Secret Sanctuary.
Please do.
I know he's got some great things coming up in the future as well to be review on his channel. I want to thank Dan Dufault, as always, Wayne Manor North, Jeff Morris, and also Rick Fong for being here with us in the gallery. And thanks everybody again for watching. I really appreciate it. We will be back. I've got 2 guests lined up for future shows. Probably both of them are going to be in August. So stay tuned to the channel for that. We'll make announcements, and that'll be in the next few weeks. So we'll be back in a couple weeks for Rogues Gallery Live. Anything else you guys want to say before we head out?
Just thanks to everybody for participating again. It was a great show, and see you guys all next time.
Absolutely.
Same here.
Absolutely.
Be safe, guys. Everyone be safe.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody continue to be safe. Keep tuning in to all of this content, all of these channels, because it is a break from the real world, and we need that more than ever right now. So thank you for spending your time with me and the other channels as well, because it just means the world to me, and hopefully it gives you guys a little bit of entertainment, and again, takes your mind off of things for a while. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. We'll be back 2 weeks for Rogues Gallery Live. See you in the Batcave, everybody. Bye.
See y'all.
Bye, everyone.